Moving on, the Phoenix and the Tigers are going to round out the day at 3 o'clock. I don't think there's much to be said about this game.
I was just thinking the same thing. There's really not much to say.
The Phoenix came with 5 players last week. Didn't do much against the Wrecking Crew. Tigers blew out my team, the Horns. Mark, I'm going to let you go ahead and start this off. What is your game plan against the Phoenix?
Game plan is
Mercy?
The game plan is to play a lot of players.
So mainly your bench?
I'm just gonna say that
mainly your bench, sir.
The game plan is to play a lot of players, heavy rotation.
You're gonna play your starters just the first quarter, and
what's your game plan for the Rhinos?
Play who we got, cause we ain't got too much of a choice.
We will be unleashing the beast this week, though.
Oh, who's the beast?
We're gonna unleash the highlight film, Mr. Vince Stevenson himself.
Shout out to my boy Highlight.
He will be on the field this week.
I've been wondering, man, because I saw him last week, and he was, I seen him for like 3 weeks straight, just kind of roaming and like in street clothes, like
he's kind of like that. He's kind of like the old vet that doesn't really need preseason.
He's the Brett Favre.
Is he getting like Tim Duncan, DMP, old?
No, I ain't say that. He is got a couple of DMPs. Actually, his uniform actually had a little snag and took a while to come in. But he would have played last week if he would have got it in time. But we're gonna unleash the beast this week. Get him some reps. Get him in some game shape for the stretch run.
How long do you think it's gonna take him to get in game shape?
A week or two. He stays in the gym.
I was about to say
he stays in the gym, so it's not about
games,
that. It's just that conditioning, actual game speed conditioning. So, I think that was a huge little sneak up on our roster that not a lot of people knew about. So I think it's gonna help us. Now the Phoenix, I was heard they told Ariel they're gonna come out at least 15 strong this week. So that's good.
It is.
They have some athletes. Now they got athletes when they show up. So,
shout out to number 70.
I love number 7. He's a good guy. Plays hard. He's a monster, man. He's a great football player. So if they come out 15 strong, we're gonna have to. We can't sleep on them, because they do have some receivers. They do got some speed. They just have to show up. So,
Marcel, let me ask you this. Now, the Tigers are right now on a 12-game winning streak, dating back to the
12 games.
Dating back to the start of last year,
I didn't know that,
including the playoffs.
I didn't know that.
Do you see them going down as one of the greatest teams in TSFL history? And do you see them possibly having another undefeated season?
Honestly, I definitely can see them as going down as one of the top tier teams. Hearing about some of the teams that y'all have talked to and how dominating they've been so far, and looking at the schedule, and honestly, although I picked them last week, if y'all would have won, honestly, I wouldn't have been real surprised. I would have gave Marco a hard time, but I honestly expected more out of you guys. And I think you guys were their biggest test. Now the way the Outlaws are playing, I can see that, but I don't really see too many teams. I see maybe 1 or 2 games, 1 or 2 teams that may give them, a little bit of a sweat as far as, points. But I honestly can see this as another undefeated season. Can I call them to win the championship already? It's early in the season. If I had to pick them, yeah, but I'm not just going to go ahead and hand it to them. But I do think, honestly, that they're going to go undefeated again. Unless he, pulls I don't remember what coach it was for the Colts that decided to bench Peyton.
Oh, yeah.
And, screw up that undefeated season.
Do you see you guys going undefeated?
That's not nothing that we worry about.
I mean, we know you're talking from a coach's standpoint, but analytically, from a fan's point of view, do you see you guys going undefeated? Are your guys in that mindset? We know you guys are taking it 1 game at a time. You said that week after week. We know that, but
I'm sorry. I got to throw one more thing out there. My bad, not to cut you off, but here's another thing I see. I honestly feel like they're a step above everybody, and they keep getting better. y'all got to catch up. I feel like everybody else has to catch up
Yeah,
with
the
it.
league definitely has to catch up.
With the team they had last year, I think they could have went undefeated again this year. But they've added pieces, not one, but pieces. And they're not, adding some just decent. They're adding players on their team who can be like prime time, like number one defense or offensive players on any other team. And they're going to be sharing time with people. I mean, it's.
Well, they got a chance to go, a full NFL season, 18, 19-0. Can you guys get it done?
Like I said, I'm going to be real honest right here. That really didn't come up until maybe like a week or two ago that we realized that since we created the Duville name, we haven't lost the game. It was kind of like, dang, we haven't really lost. But I can tell you that's something that we're not focused on. I actually am looking, it's like that thing, in the college basketball when teams like 31-0, 32-0, and then they go to the tournament. It's like the Patriots or someone else winning the regular season. I actually am not scared to lose a game because one, sometimes it humbles you and teaches you stuff. I think the preseason game against the Wrecking Crew kind of woke us up that we are beatable if we don't play to our potential and give other teams a chance. All we try to do is play our game. We don't worry about who we play. I have a saying to the team is like my saying this week is all we have to do is be better than the Phoenix. We don't have to be better than the Outlaws. We don't have to be better than the Titans. We don't have to be better than the Hornets. All we have to do this week is be better than the Phoenix. And when we take that approach, it is that whole, one game mentality, but we're not worried about losing the game. If we lose a game before the playoffs, it happens, any given Sunday type of thing. Can we go undefeated? Yeah, we can go undefeated. Is that our goal? No, there's only one goal, and that's to win the championship. And that's it.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate that.
Anytime. I know everybody's trying to bring you guys down every week, so we'll see who gets it done, if anybody gets it done this year. Those games will be going on at River City Christian Academy, 5810 Blanco Road, 78216 for your GPS. And right now, we're going to end this segment, and we're going to move on into our PSA of the week. Marcel, I'm going to let you go ahead and take it away.